In order to fully understand the Juul epidemic, first, we have to go back. In 1964, the first Surgeon General report on smoking and health was first published. This report detailed the dangers of smoking to users, unborn children, and bystanders.
I've been affected by secondhand smoke as I have asthma.
In 2017, teen cigarette smoking hit an all-time low at 6.5%. Nearly 8 out of 100 high school students reported in 2017 that they smoked cigarettes in the past 30 days, but they were turned on to something else. Nearly 21 out of every 100 high school students reported in 2018 that they used electronic cigarettes in the past 30 days, a drastic increase from 1.5% back in 2011.
The end result is still going to be an addiction to nicotine. If the nicotine was not in tobacco or in Juuls or vapes, there would be no addiction, no one would be doing it.
In 2018, more than 3.6 million U.S. high school students used e-cigarettes, but why the sudden increase?
There were previous things that you could use. There were vapes, there were mods, a lot bigger things.
Vapes have been around since 2001, when Han Link first invented the modern e-cigarette.
And then Juul came out, and it was different than an e-cigarette, so it was a lot more accessible and easier to hide.
Juul is currently valued as of 2018 being $16 billion.
And I usually go through like a pack every week, so I would say probably is at $80 a month.
Things needed for a Juul product were $15, and with the FDA and whatnot cracking down on it, they increased to $25, so I guess about $100 a month.
According to Juul, they make devices that are easy to use and mirror the simplicity that smokers are accustomed to. This being why Juul has made such a sleek design. This also appeals to smokers because it's easy to use and easy to maintain. But yet, Juul is being criticized for appealing to teens.
They use all kinds of flavor, all different kinds of things to try to target kids. And they put these advertisements in stores, on the doors, so you can't help but see it when you go in.
Things like flavors and trying to develop an identity through the advertising. Like every company does that regardless of who they're selling the product to. Yes, I do put blame on Juul for targeting people that are minors, but I don't think the company's any more responsible for advertising than the individuals are for taking up the habit.
The FDA is currently taking action to examine the youth appeal of the product Juul. So why exactly do kids Juul?
I think I do it because it's like a social thing, and that's just kind of how it started, and now it's like an addiction.
It gets you buzzed or whatever, so it's a good feeling that comes from it. Tastes nice. I don't think I can say I'm addicted, but I'm addicted.
They can bring it into schools. They can take it around without getting caught because it's not something that's, real big. It's not like cigarettes where it gives off a nasty odor and it's real noticeable. It's something that can go very covert.
The first time I hit a Juul was probably sophomore year, 8th grade.
I have friends that, they Juul constantly, just like if they're a regular smoker.
And they are also taking steps to foreclose both in-store and online sales of Juuls to minors.
Many places do not ID, so I'll have friends that are under 18, still older than me, that are able to get Juul products and vape products.
I think if they crack down on it, it's just going to see a very big increase in it, because the minute that they start cracking down on things, like I said, it goes back to the same thing with the parent. If a parent tells a kid not to do it, they're gonna want to do it more.
I have been caught juuling by my parents. My mom, she did get mad at me and she took it away from me, and I found a way around that, and I just got another one.
So I feel that if the government starts cracking down harder, it's just gonna cause kids to do it more. They're gonna find more ways to do it. If let's say they outlaw Juul, somebody might come out with something else that's 10 times worse.
I think that since Juuls don't have tobacco in them, and to me that's what's the harmful chemical.
There's a lot of myths about it from the stuff that I've seen, as if it's some type of healthy alternative to smoking cigarettes. I think it's dangerous in the pockets that it's at.
Have you ever heard the expression safe? Safer but not safe? Mm-hmm. That's what Juul is. Juul has some of the same nicotine and ingredients that you find in cigarettes, and gives young people the impression that it's just a vapor. It's the nicotine in the vapor that has addicted them, and that's why they can't stop.
What makes Juul so special in this age? The generation that this is affecting is all the generation that was born in a time where cigarettes and cigarette users were looked down upon. So how is it that this new generation is now hooked on to nicotine?
I've never actually seen a Juul ad. There was a lot of people like on Twitter and like there's stuff on Facebook.
I think there's a lot more pressure on young people today because they have so many different avenues that they're exposed to.
Everyone's connected through Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, you name it. And I think that that plays a big factor because they see things online and they're like, well, these people are famous, these people are cool, and they Juul. So if I do it, therefore I'll become cool.
Is it okay for companies to, prey on a weakness such as that? It's not right, but at the same time, the company's going to do what it can to look out for its best interest. But at the end of the day, the individual is responsible for what they consume.
Nowadays, everyone wants to fit in because there's so much bullying and so much, like peer pressure. They feel like they have to.
A lot of times with teens, when they get to take up an identity where they're doing something that other people are doing, they feel more comfortable. They feel like they fit in. And of course, those standards make them vulnerable.
We don't know the exact effects of Juul. It is our responsibility to be knowledgeable of the things that we put into our body. Be smart of your decisions because they can impact you for the rest of your life. It is our responsibility to make sure that we're making decisions for ourselves, not for corporations, not for our friends, not to be cool, but to be better in ourselves. $25 for a Juul pack? How much are your lungs worth?